Are you wasting your freaking resources trying to upgrade every single Blu-ray in your collection to 4K Ultra HD? You did the same thing with VHS, the same thing with DVD. Now you're trying to waste your time and money and doing it with Blu-rays again? You sick fool. We got to talk about what you're doing wrong and we got to fix it right now before physical media world completely collapses. In today's physical media topic, I talk about the big giant trend of people upgrading every single one of their Blu-rays to 4K Ultra HD to try to keep up with the Joneses. I then get into a massive rant on why this is a giant mistake for most physical media collectors out there. And then, of course, I talk about the future of collecting and why 4Ks are not actually the future and why you need to be sticking with your Blu-rays and expanding your collection and using your resources properly, or you're going to face physical media collecting devastation. So let's get into this right now. But first, you love collecting physical media just like me, whether it's Blu-rays, 4Ks, DVDs, VHS. We love all the physical media formats here. We just love owning the movies we're super passionate about. Well, you're in the right spot, mega collecting friend. If that's you, go ahead and mega blockbust that like and subscribe, that notification bell. That way you're alerted when a new physical media news topic video posts, and leave in the comments below. Do you think it's a waste of time and money to upgrade every single Blu-ray to a 4K? What's your strategy for upgrading? And let's get into this. So now, blockbustering into the news, we got to talk about this sick trend out there where a lot of people are super obsessed with upgrading all their Blu-rays to 4Ks. Now, we did a video before where people were obsessed with upgrading all their DVDs to Blu-rays. Now, the same thing is happening with Blu-rays to 4Ks. Now that people have Blu-rays in their collection and they're pretty much content with their Blu-rays, they see a fancy new 4K come out, maybe some fancy new packaging, a steelbook to go along with a movie. Now they're like, oh my gosh, I just bought the Blu-ray. It's still sealed. I haven't even watched it yet, but I still got to upgrade that to 4K because I got to keep up with the Joneses. And people are showing off their 4K steelbooks out there, and it's getting me so excited. And I'm like, dude, did you even watch your Blu-ray already? And no, you didn't. We saw the same issue with DVDs where people got DVDs, then Blu-rays just came out. People started to upgrade their DVDs, and I'm like, dude, did you even watch your DVD yet? And they still had the dang DVD sealed and never watched it before. I'm like, do you even like that movie? Do you even need the upgrade? Is it one of your favorite movies of all time? Then why the heck are you upgrading? I personally just got a collection of DVDs in myself that, other people kind of were getting rid of their collections. I'm like, I'll definitely take out the DVDs. Now, reason why I got those DVDs is so now I can preview these movies. And if I find one of them to be my favorite, then guess what? Then I'll upgrade it to a higher format. But if it's not one of my favorite movies, guess what? I'm not going to upgrade. Even if it does have a Blu-ray or a 4K upgrade, a fancy steelbook, I'm not going to waste all that money because guess what? 4Ks are super darn expensive. Why am I going to waste the upgrade? And why am I going to waste my resources to upgrade a movie maybe I don't even care about? And I see this happen all the time. And a lot of these studios and boutique labels we've talked about before, they know that strategy. They know that psychology there that you want to upgrade to the latest and greatest thing. So guess what? They're going to do a Blu-ray first, even though they have a 4K plan. So 6 months later, guess what? You're going to get a standard 4K. Then a few months later after that, now you're going to get a 4K steelbook with some fancy packaging, right? So they know how to play that game. They know you're going to buy every single one to try to keep up with everybody. And then guess what? Is that really going to make you happy and content with your physical media collection after that? No. You're just going to be on to the next and latest, greatest thing. And really, they just pulled one over on you. So no, you don't need to upgrade every single Blu-ray in your collection to 4K. It's a sick problem us collectors have. But we got to rant on why this could be even more devastating than what's thought of before. So let's get into that next. So now it's time for a massive rant. Yes, we got a blockbuster and the people playing this sick game where they're upgrading all the time, the same movie over and over again. I know some people that have 20 different freaking copies, editions, formats of the same darn movie, and maybe it's not even one of their favorite movies. They have a slipcover, they have a steelbook, they have a 4K, they got a Blu-ray, they got a DVD, they got a VHS, they got it in 5 different box sets. They got so many freaking editions of this movie, and guess what? A lot of the time, it's not even their favorite movie. I say, why the heck did you buy that? Did you watch that last edition? No, 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 no. I just wanted to get the new, greatest, brand new thing, and I had to keep up with blah, blah, right? And then I'm like, what is wrong with you? That is sick. That's an obsession right there. What are you doing? I'd rather you use your resources in a different way. Now, of course, you use your money how you want it, spend it how you want it. It's your money, have fun how you want to have fun. But I think it's more usable with those resources to really go after movies maybe you haven't experienced before and movies you're actually going to watch. Let's watch these movies, right? And then we see, hey, do we need to upgrade this at all? If it's one of your favorites and you know you're going to get the rewatch out of it, then maybe it's worth upgrading the format, right? Maybe it's worth getting that Blu-ray to a 4K because and once again, you got to have the right setup too. Some people go after 4K, and I'm like, do you even have the right audio setup? Do you have the right TV setup? Right? Do you even have a darn 4K player? And they're like, no, but just in case, future proofing, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, you don't even got a 4K player, and you out there buying 4Ks? Like, not even the combo pack sometimes with the 4K and Blu-ray. They're just buying 4Ks. I'm like, why? You're gonna let it sit on the shelf for years and years sealed, and you may never even get a 4K player. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get sick of session, people. Why are people doing this? Use your resources for what you can really watch in your collection and enjoy. So if it's Blu-rays for you, use your resources on gathering different movies, different Blu-rays, rather than just upgrading the format. Now, some people may still be sticking with DVDs, and that's cool too. Don't feel like you need to upgrade all those DVDs or Blu-rays. We've talked about that before. Expand your collection how you need to. Get tons of DVDs to preview these movies because you can get those pretty darn cheap. And then guess what? Then your favorites, if you feel like you want to upgrade to a Blu-ray or a 4K, then do so. But you're gonna watch it. You're gonna get the use out of it. That makes sense. But having 20 different freaking editions or formats of the same freaking movie that you're never gonna watch, that's not even one of your favorites. I just don't understand out there, guys. Please let me know in the comments. Make it make sense for me. Why are so many collectors doing this out there where it's just upgrading, 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 and then it feeds into this vicious cycle where studios and boutiques think that's all that collectors want, the same freaking movie over and over again, and then there's a ton of catalog titles we never see even get to a freaking Blu-ray or sometimes not even a DVD because we're getting the same darn movie released, the 4K, 20 different editions so often. Why? 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 But let's talk about the future. How can we fix this? And then where does collecting go to next? All right, talking about the future of collecting, is it always going to be upgrading to the latest and greatest format, or is this just a trend? What is happening out there with this? Well, I do think it's a trend to always try to keep up with the Joneses. You want the brand new fancy thing, you want the fancy packaging for every single movie out there, but obviously, not everybody has unlimited funds, unlimited resources. You're not going to be able to do that for a long period of time. So I would say try to stay away from that, right? Use your budget, use your resources for first expanding your movie collection for movies you're most likely going to enjoy rather than just looking at the format, the most expensive packaging. Just get the movie into the collection, see if you love it. And then if you love it, then think about upgrading, think about what packaging you want, because then you can really display those movies and be proud of those movies. Because when somebody sees those movies, you're like, yeah, that's one of my favorite films of all time. They're like, dang, that looks so darn cool in that fancy ass packaging, and they just absolutely love it. But you love talking about it because you're passionate about that movie rather than just having an overwhelming collection with the freaking, same movie 20 times over and you don't really care about it. You don't have the passion for it. Why do that to yourself? I don't even think everything's going to 4K. Now, maybe they will try to push everything to a 4K release because maybe that is the last format. But does everything need a 4K? Do you need everything on 4K? That's the question. Maybe you're perfectly content with a lot of your stuff on Blu-ray. Then be happy with that. Be content with that. You don't always need to upgrade or be forced to upgrade or feel like you have to upgrade. It's okay. You can have Blu-rays here. You can have DVDs here. You can have VHSs here. We welcome everybody into this community. But you want to collect the movies you're passionate about, then kind of explore movies in the cheapest way possible, I would say. And then your favorites, that's where you want to focus upgrading on. Use your resources in that way because once again, we have limited resources out there. That's just a natural part of life. And I would say use those resources really to build the best personal collection for yourself rather than just getting the brand new thing, always re-release. Like, oh my gosh, they just announced Return of the Living Dead from Arrow, another 4K edition. I'm like, that movie's been released on 4K, like 3 or 4 times now? You had Scream Factory releases, the standard 4Ks, the Steelbook release. I'm like, Oh my gosh, if you don't have that movie on 4K by now, then, oh, I don't know what you're doing. But it's like, do you really need to keep upgrading that? Is it even one of your favorite movies all time? Right now, if it is, go for it. But for me, I'm like, I like the movie, not one of my favorite movies. I'm good with my one 4K of it, and now I'm looking for other movies that I absolutely might love. That's my strategy. If you want to, pick up on those tips, go for it. Once again, spend your money how you want it. I'm just sharing, my own personal thoughts on this and what I'm trying to do myself, but I do not feel the need to upgrade every single Blu-ray to a 4K, only my favorites. But there you go. Those are my personal thoughts right now, guys. You guys will have to let me know in the comments below. Do you think you need to upgrade every freaking Blu-ray in your collection to a 4K? What are your strategies out there? Let's have those fun movie discussions below. Let's respond to each other, hit the likes on each other's comments, and just have friendly film fam discussions down there, of course. And if you haven't already, go ahead and make a blockbuster that like and subscribe, that notification bell. That way you're alerted when new physical media, entertainment, or information video posts. We try to keep a 100 on the channel with you guys, and then that way we just have a good time watching and talking them movies. So have a great day out there, my friends. Of course, you love this physical media topic. Another easy way to help support the channel just by blockbustering another video and watching it all the way through right now. And thank you so much, my mega membership supporters. If you love talking and collecting movies, consider joining the Mega League of Film Fans through memberships to support content creation while gaining access to perks like shoutouts, exclusive videos, and future topic choices.